Tejada, author of How to Win in Modern Wellness, is a former paramedic firefighter, revolutionizing the healthcare industry with his personalized approach to modern wellness. Founder of Liquivida, a multi-million-dollar company with franchise locations throughout the U.S., you may remember the amazing Lily Yu from a previous episode. Sam is an expert in transformative wellness services that cater to individual needs, from IV therapy and weight management to advanced aesthetic procedures and more. Sam, you already know that I am obsessed with everything that you do. Welcome to LiftOff.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
So Sam, you talk a lot about toxins. Tell us about toxins and how do they affect us?
So, toxins, based off of a lot of research that's being done, is really the true cause of disease development. And why is that so? Is these type of different toxins that we get exposed to, what ends up happening, it causes what's called oxidative stress. The best way I could put it is it makes you rusty inside. And then that oxidative stress basically becomes inflammation, which it starts with acute inflammation and then becomes chronic inflammation. And once you have that chronic inflammation, that's where those inflammatory cells start to attack other cells, your good cells, and also organs. So toxins is one of the things that we have to, number one, avoid, and then number two, detoxify our bodies in certain ways to get rid of them.
Yeah, I get it. It'd be great if you could explain, how do these toxins actually enter our bodies?
So in a magnitude of different ways, on a day-to-day basis, just the way we live our life, we get exposed to toxins through environment, through foods, through certain things that we put on our skin that goes transdermally. And I'll give you an example. A lot of us, we love to eat healthy. So sometimes we have certain things that we think are healthy, but if we have too much of it, it can become very toxic, some of the things that are inside of those foods. And an example of that is like eating fish, right? If you eat too much of certain fish, some fish have mercury. So if you have too much mercury in your system, that can become very toxic to your body. Utilizing something like deodorant. There's a lot of deodorants out there that have aluminum. That's a heavy metal that can become very toxic and can cause neurological dysfunction down the line, if you have a lot of exposure. The water we drink, there's certain microplastics that are in some of the bottles that we use. So some of these things will actually attack some of our cells, cause a change in the gene expression, and then that's where a lot of disease starts to develop.
With spring upon us, what are your simple strategies to spring clean our bodies and reduce exposure to some common toxins?
So great question. We always talk about spring cleaning our homes, but we really should spring clean our body. And part of that is, first thing is, let's get rid of a lot of these plastics that we have at home that we store foods in. Let's use glass containers, right? Especially if you're going to be heating up these foods in the microwave or whatever it is. The last thing you want to do is heat it up in plastic, where then these plastics, these chemicals that gas off of those plastics will leach into the foods and then into our body. There's other things that you want to do also is do like an environmental test inside of your house. Make sure you're checking it for like mold, right? Fungi is a big toxin that can affect us, can affect our lungs and also other organs in our body. Also, making sure that you're doing things to detoxify your own body, right? Eating foods that are high in antioxidants. Antioxidants like vitamin A, vitamin E, alpha lipoic acid, glutathione. Vitamin C is a very strong antioxidant. So those are just a few tips that would really help start detoxing your body and doing that spring cleaning for yourself.
Such great info, Sam. As always, thanks for being on the show. I'm headed to Liquivida in just a few days.
Absolutely. Health is wealth. It's the most important and the most valuable currency that you can have. You won't trade it for anything. You'll never trade it on the stock market. So take care of your health.
All right, everybody, stay tuned. We've got more great guests coming right up.